Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the proxies of Bitcoin to take some of those people that are fearing like they're doing over here and panic selling over here in the S&P 500. Probably don't want to do it over here with Bitcoin, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but let's check the data out, okay? So majority of the market, I would say, is probably bearish. I watched this guy's video, man. He said like everybody was bullish. Um, I don't know what videos he's watching, but I was thinking just the opposite. But in this area, up at resistance, doesn't look good for Bitcoin. Doesn't look good for Bitcoin, right? Going that way. That's a joke, guys. But I check this out. Let's go over some proxies and see what's going on. First one, MicroStrategy. All right, there's MicroStrategy right there, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on MicroStrategy, in my opinion. Okay. Over here, and it's correcting over here to a three-way move. Okay. So until you see MicroStrategy breakdown, probably don't have to worry about Bitcoin breaking down either, guys. So what is that right there? More than likely, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 up for a 5. 1, 2, 3, probably down to those areas where that box. I have the box, guys. In that area would be the target box for MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy, in my opinion, looks pretty good. Solid move off the bottom, come back down. It's either going into a C wave or a third wave. Okay, that's how I look at that. So looks good. Now the other one is, what was the other one I want to look at related to Bitcoin? Oh, GBTC. Where is that? Let me go to GBTC, guys. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Now, for those that are new to my channel, the reason I'm going over MicroStrategy, because MicroStrategy has Bitcoin in their portfolio. Basically, it goes with Bitcoin. It's probably, I think MicroStrategy could be even more volatile than Bitcoin, to be straight with you. Sometimes its swings are a lot more wild than Bitcoin. And GBTC, it's a proxy of Bitcoin. All it has is Bitcoin in its portfolio. For institutional investors or like Kathy Woods and things can go buy the GBTC and have a bet with Bitcoin without actually buying Bitcoin, which I don't think is a really smart idea. I'd rather have Bitcoin, the actual stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like a counterfeit. But here we go. Third wave, fourth, fifth. All right, check this wave out up here. It did do a flat up there. In my opinion, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back down for a 5, and it could be it could be coming back down to these areas, guys. Either way, it looks good for GBTC. Okay. Up in a wave, either 2, or maybe it's going to double correct and come back over here and up into another wave over there, guys. So more than likely, if you go to Bitcoin, let me roll on over to Bitcoin, guys. You go over to Bitcoin, it's going to be okay, guys. All right. I'm not going to go into details of Bitcoin. Just let it suss itself out. There's so many different ways that you can go with Bitcoin right now, guys, but just let it suss itself out. See what it's going to do. This could be ABC. This could be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You could get real bearish with it. I'm just gonna wait to see what it's going to do. The correction shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, in my opinion. The other asset to take a look at too is ARK Invest. ARK Invest, okay, kind of goes with Bitcoin a little bit, a little bit. So here we got a 5-way move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 3 back. Probably going to be doing a 1-to-1, it looks like, guys. So a 1-to-1 move. It's probably coming near the end of its correction. A 1-to-1 to 1.618, something like that. So probably right around here to all the way down here is where I'd be checking this one out, guys. Just like so. And then you have an asset with this. All right, let me go to my brush. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. What's that? It's a buy. So more than likely, Bitcoin is going to be doing something. And one thing I think it's going to happen with Bitcoin, guys, is the correction is not going to be obvious with Bitcoin. Okay. So what I mean is that this one's pretty obvious. I think it's probably going to look like it's just going to want to go like this, and then it's going to get out of there, and it's not going to be very deep because a lot of people are going to be expecting like a nice deep correction. Just a second, guys. Just a second here. You know, they're going to be expecting something nice and deep all the way back down here like that, guys. I don't think Bitcoin's going to give it to them. I just don't think so, guys. I think it's going to be a little bit more swift and then just get out of there as an example. Okay. So that's what I think possibly could be going on. No guarantees, no guarantees. So ARK Invest looks pretty good. And then Coinbase. Coinbase is the same thing, guys. Up in 5, back in 3. It's probably going to 48. Right here. You go to 48, right in that area. Previous fourth wave. Something like that, guys. A little bit deeper, maybe. And Coinbase would be the same thing. Up in 5, back in 3. That's a buy. So Coinbase has a high probability of being in a 1-2 or an ABC. ARK Invest has the same thing, same move. MicroStrategy does, and GBTC does. Coinbase went over that. So you just have a high probability that Bitcoin is going to be doing something in there too, guys. It could be possibly going bullish. Just check it out in the, keep an eye on the RSI, see if it's going to reset itself and give more bullish signals right now. Okay, now on to the SPX. I want to go over this with you guys. And I was looking at this. What did it bounce? It's bouncing out of there. 39.75 right now. It went down to 39.43. And here's the deal with this, guys. This could have been the fake. This could have, not fake, but this could be the ultimate setup, if you can believe it. Okay. 1, 2, like that. And see this sequence right here. Let me go to submicro. I'll put it on the wave so you can see it. It could be this, guys. Now this could come around and double correct too. I don't think so though. I think it's going to correct like this one. And then right behind here, you have a larger sequence. Something like that, potentially. Or just maybe ABC. And put that on green. And put that on micro. So now you have that count. And you could have something like that, guys. Up to 4,600. 43 to 4,600. Just like that. And the reason I say that is because I decided to investigate the Dow Jones Industrial. And the assumption with the Dow Jones is it's going to drop like a rock because it went up so much. But if you study the Dow Jones Industrial and look at the wave patterns it likes to make, it's doing the same thing that it did back in 2018. I didn't go back too far, but I checked it out. And the Dow Jones Industrial, so I was like, let me look at this thing. What, it looked like it was making a triangle. Now it's making this shape. So it's going 1, 2, 3. There's a flat move. That's an obvious flat move to me. And then you got a 3-way move. And now you got another, it looks like it's just going to be a regular ABC or maybe another type of flat. Okay, for W, X, Y, like this. I don't think it's done yet. W, X, Y. Okay. And it seems reasonable that the Dow Jones went up and it's in this area for ever since what? Just basically November of 22. And now it's been over here. I think it's going to come down to like 31 or 32,000. It's already at 32, like 31 and some change. So I think it has more downside potentially. It might not. But the thing, I decided, let me look at this thing. And then you could see from where it started, it made a bearish divergence, but it's correcting its cycle, guys, over here in the 12-hour RSI. And if you take a look at the Dow, right here, right? You go back to 2018. I put this on Twitter. Okay. I put this on Twitter. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. It's right here, guys. You see that? And what's that wave right there? You see that wave? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a wave 1. That's the second wave correction. That's a second. That's a 1, 2. Second wave correction right there. Went down deep in the RSI, up. You know, this has a little bit different shape, but you know, deep down here, probably drag it down. Has the same wave pattern. It RSI everything. So what I'm saying is that you have two options right here. You have two options. The Dow is going to go break all-time highs, or it's bottomed. It's bottomed. 1, 2, and it's going like that. It's hard to believe that it would be making an A, B, C, and then some sort of 3, 3, and it could come down. I guess you could say like that. You could call that the crash. So you'd have like a 3-wave move, right? A 3-wave move, and then your 5-wave crash over here. That's a possibility. But so I just want to put that guys out there. It's like I was looking at it. I'm actually a lot more bullish on the Dow Jones after it makes that finishes that correction in there, guys. And the Dow Jones is going to be bullish, more than likely. The SPX, the S&P 500 will be bullish, the NASDAQ, and by default, the Bitcoin will be bullish, guys. I knew it was going to do a pretty good bounce in there too, so it's already up to 23,295. I had my targets on here. I don't want to go too much into the counts. They just change all the time, but right at that red line was what I was looking at, the red trend line, and it kind of went down through it a little bit. But it's hard to call this. Could this be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? It very well could, because you have no, you don't have divergence there. Never mind. I thought there was divergence there. But if you're looking at this move that it did from that wick down to the bottom of that wick to the top of that wick, you know, it's a 1-to-1 area. It didn't get down to third wave area target. So it's most likely to make this impulsive, you'd have to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this maybe 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and it could be in this area for a long time to make some really nasty looking diagonal type move, guys. But otherwise, I'm not concerned about anything in the cryptocurrency with Bitcoin right now yet. Bitcoin's not doing anything out of the ordinary. You know, you just take a look at your chart and you go, okay, well, here's a 5-wave move, and it's correcting that move, and it's not even like close to 21,418 yet. You know, it's still at 23,250 right now. So, you know, you can't say for 100% certain that this is going down to, say, below 20K. It's not giving off that signals. Not yet. Not yet, guys. I mean, you could say that it is right now, and it very well could, but the signals aren't there yet, in my opinion. Like, if it's going to do that, if it's actually going down to 20K right now, it'll come and make this wave sequence over here, and it's going to retrace it some over here. And then if you see, that will be the opportunity to short, because then you can get into a third wave instead of riding through all that. So that's the problem with getting right at the top and shorting right at the top sometimes, is that, like right here was really good when it's in a bear market. Shorting the tops when it's in a bear market, it works. But when you're in here, you can see, let's say you got in here, right? And you rode that down and it retraced on you. Now you're up, 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 up. You know, it's not fun, guys. It's not fun to do that. It's not fun at all, especially to go down like this and go back up over here. And now you're like, oh, they're going to do it like that. So I would just wait for over here. I would wait for the retrace. And you'll see it in the RSI too. Think about this, guys. Look at the RSI. There's the 4-hour RSI all the way down there. Okay. If Bitcoin is going to go, let's say it finishes something up, right? And let's say it makes a 5-wave move. Well, what's it going to do? It's got to retrace that move. So what is it going to do? It's going to retrace it. And maybe not that high, but you'll see it in the RSI. It'll start whizzing up this RSI, and you'll see it in a corrective. It'll be trying to bring that up to be able to do that dump. That's all you got to check. Okay. So, and it's too late to go into shorts right now into Bitcoin, guys. Even though there's probably some people jumping in, trying to go for the ride, but they're too late. They're too late, because it's going to be choppy through there if it's going to continue to go down. It's going to be real choppy. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.